Hi peeps, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Runzi. I'm an artist, but I mainly enjoy talking about mental hygiene, personal development, and spirituality related topics. If you're interested in any of this, please feel free to hit subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. I have been gone for a month or so, but I guess you guys probably won't realize it because I'm not even sure who is watching my videos. But I realized that I really enjoy making videos, so I want to hop on and discuss about some topics real quick. Today I just want to discuss about being obsessed with boys. I think this applies to same-sex relationship as well. It doesn't really matter as long as you are being obsessed with someone or the idea of someone, or you're just basically a boy crazed person or a girl crazed, whatever it is. So today I want to discuss about this topic because it had been bugging me for quite some time, especially after I watched Euphoria, the second season. As you guys know, Cassie is a hot mess in this season, but I'm not gonna shame her in this video because I can somewhat sympathize with certain things that she did, certain decisions that she chose in this series. It's just that I'm not condoning any bad behavior, but I know that it's a thing, like people make bad decisions in life. Today I'm gonna use Cassie and Nana Komatsu. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering her name, but I'm gonna use these two characters as reference because I realized that it's easier for me to discuss about certain topics if I'm using fictional characters instead of incidents in real life. If you guys had never checked out Nana the manga, I highly recommend you to check it out, although it's on hiatus now. I think Ayazawa was having some health issues, I'm not quite sure, but the manga is on hiatus now, but it's really good. I highly recommend you guys to check it out. If you guys had read the manga, you probably know that Nana Komatsu was somewhat of a boy crazed character. She always had this idea of getting married to Prince Charming. She falls in love pretty easily. She falls in love with pretty much every guy that pays attention to her, just like Cassie.
She fell in love with every guy she ever dated. Whether they were smart or stupid or sweet or cruel, it didn't matter. She didn't like to be alone, and every guy she ever dated asked for the same things. And she almost always said yes, even though it didn't always make her feel good.
She tried to please them even though she's not in a relationship with them. Nana Komatsu, on the other hand, has more of a taste compared to Cassie. As long as they look a certain way, most of them are pretty boys, then she will put them on the pedestal. Let's be real, a lot of us used to be like that, especially when we were younger. Don't blame yourself, it's just because the way we were brought up and the media that we used to consume. But as we grow older, we realize that that's not really a thing and people don't really behave like how all these Prince Charming behave. Come to think about it, I realized that a lot of the princes portrayed on the media, or at least princess portrayed in Disney, don't really have a personality. Well, except for Prince Charming from Shrek, but I'm pretty sure he's not from Disney.
Oh boy.
He's so far the only prince with the most personality, except that he's quite an asshole and narcissistic. And it's borderline problematic when you put someone on a pedestal, when you imagine them to be the way you want them to be, especially with celebrities. For example, Nana Komatsu was so happy when she met Takumi in person in real life. Just imagine meeting your favorite celebrity in real life in your house. How would you feel? Obviously, you're gonna be like, I'm dreaming. Of course, it's okay to have a crush on someone. Of course, it's okay to create cute scenarios in your head. It's totally fine, everyone does that. It's just that you have to take off the rose tinted glasses and see people for who they are. Even if they're a celebrity, you don't know them personally, you know, you only know their persona, you don't know who they are in real life. Sometimes we crave for that idea of relationship, the idea of romance so much so that we compromise with poor behaviors. We compromise our own happiness, our own peace with someone's presence and just accept rusty crumbs. Is it even worth it? For example, Nana Komatsu, she felt a little bit off hooking up with Takumi, but for some reason she still went for it just because she idolizes him. She had been pining for this basis for God knows how long. It's really problematic because Takumi is not Prince Charming. He obviously has a lot of character flaws and he even knocked her up. he wasn't being a really good dad. They had a child together. He's still not a very responsible father, although he did his best, but that's just bare minimum, to be honest. Take a look at Cassie, for example. Why would she even want to hook up with Nate or see him? Are they even in a relationship? Honestly, I don't know what are they doing there. I personally think that the whole crazy thing going on with her is due to the aftermath of too much stress piling up within her. Maybe she has some sort of mental issues. I think she really does have some mental issues. She really needs help, especially after the whole abortion thing. I'm not sure why they did not bring it up at all in season 2, because I personally feel like that's a thing that will affect your mental health tremendously, but they just did not incorporate that in this series. I guess that whole craziness that's going on with her is the aftermath of that incident, but that doesn't mean that you should be making poor choices in your life, such as dating your best friend's ex. If you're just so obsessed with someone, you are going to make poor decisions like that. And sometimes you don't even do it consciously because you are so afraid of being alone. Desperation will lead to a lot of poor decisions. I know that there are people who are really desperate for a relationship, especially if you're a woman and especially you are aging. I know that it can be really scary because we have this biological clock ticking. If you want to be a mother, if you want to have a family of your own, or if you are just afraid that you will be less attractive as you age, because let's be real, whether you're a woman or a man, you are going to be less attractive as you age. But on the other hand, the reason why men find younger women, not in the P way, but you get what I mean, find younger women more attractive is due to the fertility, and it's just biologically ingrained in our head. It's just that if the age gap is too wide, that just doesn't make any sense. It's just creepy. But I'm not gonna get into there. I keep sidetracking, guys. So as a woman, it can be really scary. When we look around, our friends are in a relationship. Some of them are a mom now. Some of my friends have babies now. Some of them are getting married, and I'm like, what am I still doing here? But then as I sit down with myself and think through things, I realized that it is okay to be scared just because we have this idea of getting married at a certain age, of falling in love at a certain age, of experiencing romance at a certain age, which I think it's pretty absurd because the idea of romance is just what we tend to come up with in our head. It's just our imagination. Men are not a fraction of our imagination. They are real people. They are real human, they are living, talking people, breathing people. We can't come up with the idea of this or that person. We can't construct the ideal relationship that we want based on what we watch, based on what we consume on the media. And making poor decisions, settling down with men that don't respect us, is only going to make things so much worse, because we fall in love with their potential, we fall in love with the idea of them, of our own imagination, instead of what they really are. People will not change if they don't want to. People will not change just because you want them to. People cannot change overnight, especially if it's deeply ingrained within your character. You shouldn't be falling in love with a guy just because of how he looks, just because of how he chooses to portray himself online or even in real life. You should get to know someone first, get to know them for who they really are, and trust your instincts. If your instincts tell you that this is not a healthy person to be around with, get yourself out of there. Takumi shows a lot of red flags. Nate too. I mean, we don't even have to talk about Nate. He's a pure psychopath. They have so many red flags, and these girls still decide to be in a relationship with them just because of their status, because of their image, because of their persona. Takumi is a celebrity, and Nate, maybe it's just the it guy in school. I don't know what's so attractive about him apart from his height. If you're being desperate, you're going to settle down for people that don't respect you because you find that that is the best you can get out of your life. Or it can be the other way around as well. Sometimes we don't work on ourselves. We can be really toxic to our partners, and we will sabotage the relationship even though we found someone that's really healthy for us, even if we're in a healthy relationship. I have been asking myself this question for a very long time because I realized that it's really hard, almost impossible for me to fall in love with someone, if not I think I personally have not ever felt love my entire life, even when I was in a relationship. I'm so sorry if any of my past partners were watching this, but I was lying to myself throughout my whole life, telling myself that I love all these people. Just like Cassie, I pretty much try my best to please everyone that like me or people that just pay attention to me even a little. I convinced myself and told myself that that's the best I can get, so I might as well just hold on to it, or else my chance is never ever gonna come again. Being around anyone at all at that time makes me feel more alive, more seen, and more hurt. I act out of desperation, but as I grow older and as I work really hard on myself, as I try to be more self-aware, and therapy really does help a lot as well, I came to realize that I don't actually love these people. If not, I don't even like them in the first place. So why do I have to compromise with their behavior, with their bad behavior especially? It's because I don't love myself. I don't see myself for my worth. I don't like my own company. I always need external validation to make myself feel better. I really have to learn how to like myself. I really have to learn how to focus on myself instead of searching for the ideal partner, instead of being desperate. It's much better for me to find out more about myself, to discover what am I good at, what I can work on, and how I can improve my own life. I think that you will only find a healthy relationship once you discover more about yourself, once you enjoy your own company. Sometimes bad experiences really do break you down, but without all these experiences, you are never gonna learn, you are never gonna understand how life works, and you will constantly be living in this la la land, in this imaginary world that you created for yourself, which pretty much don't exist. Because let's be real, everybody has character flaws, including you and me. So it's way better for us to learn from our experiences and to take people for who they are. This video is literally everywhere. I'm not sure what am I getting at, but the point of this video is I just want to say that it's okay to have a crush on someone, but it's better for you to work on yourself instead of being crazy about people who just pay little attention to you, or people who just give you the bare minimum, or people who don't even know that you exist, especially celebrities. Sometimes it's better to pull yourself back and ask yourself, why are you so involved with this person's life when they don't even know you, when they don't even like you that way? And the answers might surprise you. Sometimes you will realize that you don't even like them that way. You just somewhat wish that you are them. You like their qualities or want to be around them because you think that their presence will make you look good, their presence will make you feel validated and seen, and you have to find that out for yourself and start working on that. It happens to all of us. It's okay, don't beat yourself up. As long as you're aware of it, you can always start somewhere. If you guys had not watched Nana, I highly recommend you to check out the manga instead of watching the anime. Honestly, I had not watched the anime, but I personally don't really like how the art looks like in the anime, but the manga is just so good. If you guys have any other suggestions, characters, manga, series, animes, movies, celebrities, whatever it is, if you want to talk about it, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always open for discussions and I'm always open to learn from you guys as well. So yeah, feel free to drop your comments down below. I'm always excited to read them, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!